Hello friends. Today I'm going to show you a very interesting thing. Again, it's on canvas, and how could you use alcohol inks and isopropyl alcohol? Yeah, for the same purpose. You just need to have the inks, which is alcohol based, and the isopropyl alcohol. That's it, nothing else, and the canvas you want to work on. Okay, let's start. Mist spray is also for the isopropyl alcohol only. I'm gonna wet it like really nicely. And so here I'm playing with metallic shades, and there is a purple shade and there is a mist shadow. So I'm gonna do it in the patches. Just be little quick with the ink pouring, because this might evaporate very quickly. Really good amount of mist here. Same way. Just a few drops. Few drops of silver. Let's just mix gold over here. Yeah. So you know what is the medium here? It's the isopropyl alcohol. The more it will be on the canvas, the easier it will be for you to blend. I'm designing in my head what kind of blend I'm looking for. Quickly, I'm gonna refill again. You can also use a dropper, but I find this much easier because I'm not using drops here. So I have to use a running flow. For that, I find syringe much easier, and then the mist spray is always there. Generously spray the spray of the same isopropyl, and then there you go. A beautiful piece of art, abstract art is right here. Now if you want to blend more, just spray with the mist and blow dry. You find those lines. You can also make those lines with the same. See that line forming? If you want this kind of line, you can just keep spraying, keep dropping the gold or whatever metallic color you want on your canvas, and keep mixing it with the mist spray and blow dry it just to form the line. So I am very happy with the way it has come out, and I'm loving it. Yeah. So yeah, beautiful canvas. If you can do on a canvas like this in 5 minutes, imagine if a bigger canvas is there, what can you do with that? So just play with the inks, and all you need is an isopropyl alcohol to blend it, and a blow dryer along with the canvas and the inks for sure. Chalo, take care, bye bye, see you later. Hi friends, I'm gonna show you today inking on the coffee mugs, and you remember these pots we did with resin. So I told you that earlier, later I'm gonna use inks on them. So this is the time now I'm gonna upcycle it with inks as well. So first of all, I'm masking wherever I don't want the ink to be. first of all, I would like to tell you that I'm using the inks, alcohol inks for Beyond Inks, which is, you can see, if you can figure out, they are made in India, and I'm loving them. Along with them, I have been a fan of Ranger, which is a Tim Holtz brand, and yeah. So this is another mist which I have been using. So these two are imported products, and these ones are Indian. So I'm gonna just pour on them the same way I have been doing, and the isopropyl spray, as you are aware. So these inks will always come better, and the colors will be seen on a white background. So you must be seeing a lot of videos on the white cups already there on the YouTube and other mediums. But since I am into upcycling, and suppose I have been having like more than 12 or 14 cup of these kind, and now I'm pretty much bored with them. So I just want to give an facelift to them. And this is also a very good technique for the I mean, the resources are pretty much available. All the things are pretty much available with the people who have been doing mixed media and card making and all that stuff, but probably they might have not experienced them on home decor products like these. And if you are new to the inks and all that, try a plate first, which is an easier version because since it's a flat surface. Take any color plate, or if you can manage to have a white background plate, and then do it on that first. Practice on that. Plate or tiles, both you can work on, and you can actually make tiles for your own house and you can use them. Alright, so I'll come back, and when I will be peeling off the masking tape, and I'll show it to you. Plus I will also shoot a video when I will be varnishing them. Alright then. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and take care. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next one. Hello again. So have a look here where you can see we inked the pots and the coffee mug, and we are gonna peel the masking tape and varnish it so that you know exactly how to varnish them. All right, let's go. So I have already removed the masking tape from these three here, and right now I will be removing this one. Let me just reveal a secret over here. Asian Paints varnish. You need not to go ahead and buy all those expensive brands in the world imported one specially, because just under your roof a magical varnish is available. When I started my workshops, and from the very first workshop, anyone who has inquired about it, I have always recommended Asian Paints varnish. Now there are two things. This one is for wood finish and for interiors, and as you can see that it says touch wood. That means it is for the wooden surfaces, right? I like it on my projects for two good reasons. Do you see the color of this varnish? This is not crystal clear, right? It's not clear one. This gives you a slightly brownish kind of a finish, which also turns yellow in duration of 2 to 3 years. But believe me, the way it works, no other varnish works. Plus there is another for the exterior use, that is a clear one, which is as good as this one. So I recommend both. Choice is yours, whatever you like. Yeah. If you don't like the yellow finish to come after 2-3 years, go with the clear acrylic varnish. So how long I have been using this? Probably when I did my first interior project, and I was in first or second year of my graduation, and yes, I did get one interior project to do, and that was the first time I was introduced to this varnish through my teams of carpenters then. And later I also exhibited for outdoor pots and all that for exterior use, where I got an introduction to the another one I'm talking about, the exterior one, and I use them pretty much on all my pots, big ones, the terracotta ones. So that was somewhere in 2000, probably, I am guessing wildly 2008 or 2009. So that was a Diwali exhibition I did. Yes, then that's correct. So this is the way you are supposed to varnish them. And when they dry completely, I'm gonna leave them overnight, and I'm pretty sure in the morning when I wake up, it's gonna be dried completely. And then I'm gonna put them for 1 minute to 1 minute 30 seconds in the microwave to heat them. That's all. So you see, I have kept all these pots and coffee mugs into the microwave. Yeah, I'm gonna shut the door and I'll show you. Just have to on a regular mode. Yeah, 1 minute 30 seconds to go. It's come to an end, and you have to let it sit for another suppose 10 minutes. All you have to do is to let it cool down, and then we will wash it. So now it's been cooled off, and I'm keeping it in my dishwasher for 30 minutes. And I just want to see if the varnish stays or it goes off. We will witness this together, and I'm just gonna put it inside. And I'll show you the setting on which I'm gonna turn it on. And it's a 30-minute setting. This is a quick 30, but yeah, so it goes for 30 minutes. It's on 0, as you can see. Opening it. So you can see the steam, and you can see everything is intact. It's too hot to hold, so I'm just holding it to show you that it's intact, and the cup is right here. So with the cup, it is the thing that you can play with other colors. If you don't like metallic colors, I wanted a similar impact on them, so that's why I have kept it this way. So you can go ahead and get all those different colorful inks and all that. And yeah, this is it. This is all you have to do, and you can make beautiful ink pots and cups and everything what you want to. Anything what you have been bored with, you can just give them a facelift like this. Alright, I'll see you next. Take care. Bye bye.